everyone, it is me, Mary, and I am here today with an amazing deal for you. Yes, it is going to be great, great, great. I'm back on my webcam because I figured that with a video like this, I didn't want the computer camera going off over and over and over again. So that is a problem. Alright guys, so I'm just going to be honest with you. I was and I'm still a little bit stressed about this video. I'm very blessed that I could get the deals that I got. However, explaining these deals is rather, I don't want to say complicated, but complex. And when something like that happens, there's just so many facets to these types of deals. And I don't want to give some bad information, incorrect information, nor do I intend to confuse or spend 2 hours speaking about this size of a deal. So that's that. This particular deal didn't cost me anything, and I will tell you why in a second. I did have a retail value with everything that I purchased of $861.86. I did have a 0 subtotal at the end, so I didn't have any type of, when you calculated the math, it's a complete 0 subtotal. If you didn't include tax, this would be a moneymaker. However, there was tax, and with something this large, there's some pretty big tax. So I did use some of the overages to cover the remaining taxes, and I had to use rebate cards to pay for the remainder of the taxes. Now, somebody had asked me a question, and the question was, how do you say that something's free? Because there is tax, you would have to come out of pocket. And that's a valid point. The way that I say something is free is if, say that the subtotal was $10, the tax included everything, the tax with the total was $12, I received back $12 in extra care bucks. That would make it free. So I invested 10, the total was 10. However, with tax it was 12, but I received back 12. So that is how I am saying that something is absolutely free. Now, if it is, say that I still have to pay something out of pocket. Say that we're going with the same $10 scenario. I had $10 in extra care bucks. The subtotal was $10. However, with tax, it was $12. But I had rebate cards to cover the remaining $2. Now, if you have a rebate, however, you had to actually pay full price for the product, but you got the full price back. That is not extra money. That's your money that you're being reimbursed for your investment, okay? Now, what I would say is, say that I had a $10 rebate that I received. However, I invested $8. So now I'm receiving $2 in excess. So if I use that $2 in excess, which was a moneymaker on a rebate, and I apply it to my $2 that I owe, then that is an absolutely free purchase with the rebate card. So that's how I use rebate cards. Now, an example could be last week we had the deal with the L'Oreal. We received $2 from Ibotta. However, you paid $1.08, or excuse me, you paid 98 cents or something of that nature, so you only have $1.02 moneymaker in your rebate. So I keep a spreadsheet, so I know exactly how much I have in rebates that is free. So if it's not free, it's not included in that. Those are just monies that are being reimbursed to me. So that's how I pay for tax for free, with free rebate money. So I didn't have to pay for tax with any of my money. I paid for tax with overages that I had from rebates. So that's how this is a free shopping trip for me. Okay, this will probably not apply to you. It may apply to you, but I am showing you the deal that I did, how I did it, and how ultimately me as a very extreme couponer can do these deals without paying anything out of pocket. You can absolutely get to this level as well. It takes some time, but as you continue on in your journey, you will have these types of things happen. In addition, what I would like for you to know is that you have to do multiple transactions. You have a few different options. You can do different days for different transactions. You can do multiple transactions on your own. You can have multiple people with you. So it really depends on the store and what they do. Okay, so there's that. Apart from that, you have to understand that I receive at least probably 50 inserts every single week. So when I'm saying that, if I need more, then I can go and I can purchase more inserts. So when I'm couponing and you see me use 100 coupons, that means that I had donations or that I spent $1.80 for sets of 10 if I needed excess there. So that's how I have this many coupons. So you would have to have this many coupons. Now that I got that out of the way, I will get into this deal. This is not going to be a short video. I don't do short videos anyway since I talk too darn much. But I can just let you know I'm going to try to get through this as quickly as I can. However, I have to make sure that I provide the information to you in a clear and concise manner, because if I don't, you're not going to get it, just because, you know, I had to go write it down myself. So there you go. I'm prepped. I have this just in case I have a little attack there because I'm so stressed about it. But anyways, and I will also say I had a person ask me about a week or so ago, why am I not providing breakdowns at the end of the video? I would like to provide breakdowns. Technically, I'm not even supposed to still be on the computer. And I don't think that I'm working at my full capacity right now either. So in saying that, when I am on the computer, I do get migraines, but ever since my injury, I've been receiving them like a lot. So I am not going to spend, you know, over an hour looking at a computer to do these breakdowns. I just, you know, I feel that, you know, right now with deals like this, you may want to take notes, or you may want to keep the actual video and reference back. But when I have this many receipts, okay, I can't take pictures of every single one and put them in. This is just a little too much, all right? So I just can't do that right now. In the future, hopefully I'll get back to doing that. I intend to do that, but as for right now, it's just not going to happen. So I do apologize for that. I just cannot risk my health to put in, you know, breakdowns. So that's why I go over everything very clearly. So let's get started on the deals. Why are you on the snake tank? Oh my gosh. Okay. The first deal that I did, hold on, I gotta get my the cat off the snake tank. Okay, sorry about that. You know, I really wouldn't worry about it with two of my cats, but my one Balinese that's huge, he will bust through the lid of that snake tank, and I do not need that happening. He's a sweetheart, but, you know, just for the safety of my snakes, you know, I don't want them to be able to get out. But anyways, another thing. Okay, so the first deal that I did this deal 3 times, okay. I utilized 4 coupons for one type of product, and 4 coupons for the other type of product. And let's get into this. So let me just grab my bag here. Okay. So I did this deal last week, so you saw this deal last week. However, it is still available, so I thought that I would bring it up for you. It's a very, very good price. So I ended up purchasing 4 of the L'Oreal stylers, right? And I used 4 of the $2 off L'Oreal coupons. The reason that I'm doing the 4 L'Oreals is because when you have 4 L'Oreals, you receive $5 back in Target gift cards. I cannot do 8 of these because, as we see, the maximum is 4 coupons. So that is 4 coupons per 4 items per that transaction. Okay. Now, in addition to this, because I wanted to maximize on what I would be receiving back in the form of gift cards, was I did 2 more, a different transaction. I did 2 of the shampoo, 2 of the conditioner. If you have a need for, you know, 4 shampoos or 4 conditioners, do it whatever way you want to, but I like to keep it kind of even there, and that's what I did. Now, I used 4 of the $2 off shampoo or conditioner coupons here that we have. Now, So we can use these different coupons because they are completely different for different items. Now, as we see with that, I'm already getting back $10 in my L'Oreal. I'm going to have to put this phone up because it is just being very annoying with emails. If it doesn't one more time, I'm going to get rid of it. But $5 for the 4 shampoos, $5 for the 4 stylers. So that is $10 that I'm going to be receiving back by in-the-store promotion of $5 once you buy 4. In addition, this is really raggedy, but in addition to that, right now we have a promotion of a free $5 Target gift card with any beauty purchase. So this is going to give me another $5. So as we see, I have used $16 in coupons. I am receiving back $15 in gift cards. So if we're looking at the purchase price here, they're $3.99 each. So when we look at that, $3.99 times 8 is going to be $31.92. As we mentioned, we use $16 in coupons. Now, that's going to bring our out-of-pocket expense to $15.92. So if you don't have any gift cards, this would be your initial investment, all right? So after you receive $15 back, we will have a 92-cent out-of-pocket. Now, if you have not used your Ibotta deals, we have an Ibotta styler deal available and an Ibotta shampoo or conditioner. It is, just shampoo. Those are both for $1 each. So you would end up making $1 and how much would you make? $1.08. So this would be a moneymaker for you if you have not used Ibotta. However, if you have used Ibotta, this would be a 92-cent out-of-pocket, which would total out to being 11 cents each. So for shampoo, 11 cents each, I think that's not a terrible deal. The total value of this prior to any promotion, sales, or whatever would be $31.92. Your out-of-pocket expense after gift cards is going to be 92 cents. I will be adding tax on at the end of the video. So I didn't want to get into that right now because tax is going to change per state. So what may apply to me is not going to apply to you. So I didn't want to bring up any additional numbers there. Now the next, oh yes, remember I did 3 of those transactions. Okay, so the next transaction that I did, and I did 3 of these as well, is going to include, and I don't think this is the best deal. However, I just did it because I did it. You can get the stretch mark cream over at Dollar Tree for free with the coupon, and they're a lot larger. However, the healing ointment here, I think that's really good, especially if you're up in New England, because you get really dry, hands with the intense cold. My son has some issues with skin, so I do get these. So right now, Target has a promotion. It's been the same promotion for quite a while. So, and I have done this deal in the past. However, I did it again. So these right here are $3.99 each. Initially, when they started, they were $3.59, but now they're $3.99. So with these particular products, they're buy 3, get 1 free. So the coupon that I would use, because as we've said, they are $3.99 each, would be these right here. The Save 3 on any one CeraVe product. Now, you can use a coupon on a free item at Target. So the total would end up being $11.97 for 4 CeraVe's, because 1 is free. And then you would hand them $12 in coupons, which would be a 3-cent moneymaker. Moneymakers are moneymakers. I don't care if it's a penny or 2 pennies, I will bring it up. Now, we did have something that I thought was pretty fun, and what I'm trying to do here, as you'll see the trend, is I'm trying to get up to $20 in each transaction. The reason that I did more than 20 in the other transaction with the hair care was that it's more beneficial once you do that, as far as monetarily speaking. So the next coupon that I did is these right here. Now, I have used all of these coupons, so I don't have the coupon to show you. But they are the $3 coupons that came out in last week's, this past Sunday's. I can't remember which paper, but anyways, it was either the Red Plum or Smart Sources. That's all I got. So these coupons are relatively high value. They were $3 off of 1. So they are the Maybelline Colossal Chaotic mascara. These right here at Target are $5.69 each. That is not a sale price, that is just the regular price. So I purchased 2 of them, which brought that to $11.38. Okay, I handed them 2 of the $3 coupons, which would take $6 off, remaining in $5.38. Now, the total out of pocket would be $5.35, because remember, we are not paying for the CeraVe. We have $3, 3 cents moneymaker, so that would bring down the total from $5.38 to $5.35. We will be receiving a $5 gift card as long as you hand them this. You have to hand them this in every purchase you're doing this transaction, this whole shopping trip. I had to hand them one of those in each transaction. You can't use more than one. So after receiving the $5 back, this was a 35-cent out-of-pocket transaction, and if you divide it by the total amount of items, which is 6, we are going to be looking at about 5 cents each. So the total value per the entire transaction is $27.34, and that is at retail price with no promotions. So that is $3.99 times 4 as opposed to $3.99 times 3. I did this transaction 3 different times, so we have the total right there. Now, let's go to the next. The next is a Pantene deal, and I am just going to say that I'm not as excited with the Pantene deals that we've been getting here recently at Target. The reason that I'm not excited with them is simply because normally the deals are buy 3, get a $5 gift card. As we've seen, a recent trend has been buy 4, receive a $5 gift card. So that definitely cuts into the money-making possibilities here. So what I did, and my store, I don't know if yours is the same, my store has the shampoos and conditioners on sale for $3.84. Okay, that is the cheapest that I can get with these particular products to be able to use the deals that they have. The buy 4, receive 5. So I picked up 3 of these shampoos and conditioners. Not shampoos and conditioners. I picked up, I alternated it, 2 shampoos here, 1 conditioner, then the next transaction I would make it up. So the coupon that we would be using, we received this past weekend. It is $5 off of 3. I also wanted to get down to as cheap as I could and to be able to use another coupon. So what I did was I picked up the full-size hairspray. This hairspray is at $3.99. We do have a coupon here. It is $1 off of any Pantene hairspray. Now see, it's gold, but that's okay. It does not specify that it has to be any particular type of hairspray. It just says 1 Pantene hairspray. So at this point, with all of our Pantene deals, 3 at $3.84 and 1 at $3.99, we're going to have a total of $15.51. This definitely falls short from our $20 to be able to use our coupon here. So I did this on Sunday. I don't believe the deal is any longer available. It is not the best deal, so don't stress about it. I just am showing you what you can have at Target and what I did to get to my total. These right here, the Suave shampoo and conditioner, Suave Professional. These are the gold bottles. That's the ones that are included for the coupons. They had a promotion at Target, which was a cartwheel offer, and the cartwheel offer provided us with a 25% off of 1 item. So if they're $2.99 each, we subtract the 25% off, we are now going to be at $2.24. So if we times that by 2, it is $4.48. Now, the coupon that I used, and it is still available, was $3 off of any 2 gold hair care products there. Now, these right here, they're a little bit different because it will say you can only use 2 identical coupons per shopping trip or per transaction. So per shopping trip is per your transaction, right? So, boom. Putting an emphasis on that for a reason there. So, anyways, it was $4.48. We used a $3 coupon. After our, the total at this point before the cartwheel, because I rang everything up and then handed the cartwheel at the end of the transaction so I could get to my 20 so I could use this right here. So I always hand this coupon first before I do any of the other coupons. So I take that from me for you. So before any, after the 25% off, the total ended up being $19.99. However, I did hand them that coupon before. So if you're wondering, it's not 20, that's how I handled that. So we had $9 in coupons. That is the $6 from the Pantene Pro V and the $3 from the Suave. We are going to be receiving $5 from the Pantene and $5 from the coupon. So this is going to be $10 that we're receiving. So if it's $19.99 and we gave them $9, we've got $10.99 remaining, which will be your out-of-pocket. You will be receiving $10 back, making this a 99-cent out-of-pocket. Now, for these, since we have 6 items, we're looking at a 16-cent each purchase or per item price. So, like I said, not the best deal, but it's okay. And our total at this point is going to be $21.94. That is a retail value. I did this particular deal 3 times as well. There we go. Now, gets a little bit more complicated here. Okay. This is situational. This happened for me at my store. I am not guaranteeing that you will find the same price at your store on these items, okay? Now, what I did for this particular transaction, this was a moneymaker, was I purchased, where are they at? Anyways, I think these are the same color. I don't know. Yeah, I don't know why I'm picking all of these out to show you. I got a whole bunch of these. But these right here, as we see, they are, you can't see. Anyways, they were $3.99. They are now $1.98 on clearance. They are the Rimmel London eyebrow thingies there. So I had $2 coupons. These coupons, I don't exactly recall when we received them last. But I could probably find out if you find these at your store. So anyways, the $2 coupons, they were $1.98 each. They were, at regular price, $3.98. So they were $11.94 after the sales price. They are now $5.94 total at $1.98. I used 3 of the $2 coupons, which totaled $6. So if you subtract the 6 from the $5.94, we have a 6-cent overage. Now, they did not, and they have never, this is how I use overages, they rang that in exactly at $6. They didn't adjust each one down to $1.98. As long as you do not have a negative balance at the end of your shopping trip at Target, they will apply the coupon at face value. If you get into a negative situation at the end of your trip, they will have to make adjustments. So please, when you're shopping with overages, make sure that you do your math accordingly. Okay, now another item that I decided to do here, and once again we're going with the trend of trying to get up to $20, was I did the NYC Liquid Lip Shine. This particular coupon I got off of coupons.com. I do not know if it's still available. I'm assuming it is. However, assumptions, yeah, let's put it that way. So these particular coupons, you have to buy an item that's $1.98 or above. So I picked this one right here at $1.89. Once you have met that threshold, it is $1 off. So that is 89 cents. Alright, now what I did, this coupon is expired. However, for the purpose of this video, to show you what I have done, and I could have not have gotten this together on Sunday because I wasn't done with all my shopping, to show you before it expired. But anyways, what I did with this particular deal was we had a coupon, buy any one Almay item, and you receive a free mascara. So, and I'm sorry that the light stinks, I just had to do it with the computer. So what I do when I get to these types of things is I want to get to the lowest price point available to minimize my out-of-pocket expense, because I can't use a secondary coupon, at least a secondary manufacturer coupon, with this coupon. So if I had a CVS coupon, I could use it with this, and then the manufacturers with this. However, I can't use 2 manufacturers. So it's imperative to me to get down to the lowest price point available. So the Almay eyeliner is $4.99. The mascara would have been $7.39. Okay, however, it's completely free. Now, with Target, the coupons ring in at the maximum value, unless the coupon specifies otherwise. If the coupon states that the value is up to $2.20, then that means if your product's $1.99, it will ring in at $1.99. If the coupon value is $2, it will just ring in at $2. So the coupon value for this particular coupon, which is a very interesting number, is $9.59. So that is how that rang in. So that essentially is a $2.20 overage right there. So as I said, I had 3 of the eyebrow makeups for $1.98 each. I used the $2 coupons, 3 of them, total of $6. I had the one liquid, whatever, the stuff for your lips, lip product, lip gloss. I thought I was going to get through this video without messing up. So I had that at $1.98. I used a $1 coupon, leaving it at 89 cents. I had a Almay eyeliner at $4.99. I had a mascara, which was free for $7.39, and the coupon was $9.59. So the total before any coupons was $20.21. Now this is including the this is the clearance price, not the total retail price. So it's $20.21. I had $16.59 in coupons. So if we look at this, the remaining balance, or my out-of-pocket expense, was $3.62 after coupons. Now, I received $5 because I utilized this coupon. Now, when I received the $5 from the $3.62, we are now sitting at $1.38 moneymaker. The value of these items at regular retail price is $26.21. I did these transactions, this particular transaction, 10 times because I needed to get the overages there. So, there we have that. Now, the next transaction I did was the Pantene deal again. So remember, I did 3 of the $3.84 Pantene shampoo and conditioners, 1 of the hairspray at $3.99. I used a $5 off of 3 and a $1 off of 1 hairspray. The next coupons that I used, and for the product that I got, was for the Suave body wash. The Suave body wash. These right here, I picked up 2 Suave body wash per transaction that I did. And the reason I did that was because I'm wanting to get to the $20 threshold. So I have a coupon, and you should have it as well. It came with the, oh God, I don't remember now, I'm sorry. Anyways, it was a buy one, get one free. The actual price of the product was $2.89 each. So we're automatically reducing the total of $5.79 for the 2 down to $2.89 for 1. I also used one of these right here that we just used at $1.98, and then I used a $2 coupon, making that a 2-cent moneymaker. The Pantenes were $15.51. I used $6 in coupons. So my total before any coupons was $21.30. Now, I used $10.89 in coupons, which left me with a total remaining balance, or out-of-pocket expense, of $10.41. When I say out-of-pocket, that means I'm using gift cards, okay? Remember, you use this prior to giving them your your manufacturer coupons. So my total was $10.41. I received back $10, $5 from the coupon, and $5 from Pantene Pro V, making my total 41 cents out of pocket after my gift cards, which would also make this about 5 cents each. So yes, very good price there. The total value, the overall retail value of each transaction was $25.72. I did 3 of these transactions. Okay, let's continue on. What did I do here? Oh, this is kind of funky monkey. How many brow deals did I do? If it was $15.51, I probably did 3 of them. Yes. Okay, so the next deal I did, sorry for not putting that in there, was another Pantene deal. So I did 3 of the 384s, 1 of the $3.99. I used 2 coupons, one of the $3 off of 5, one of the $1 off of the hairspray. The total prior to coupons was $15.51. Now I did the brow deal again. So I purchased 3 of the brow products. They're $1.98 each. I used 3 $2 coupons, which would leave me once again with a moneymaker on those particular items. My total before any coupons was $21.45. Now I used $6 in coupons from the Pantene Pro V and $6 in coupons from the Rimmel. That's 3 of the $2 coupons because I purchased 3 of the items at $1.98. So the total was remaining, at $9.45. So we had the $21.45 minus the $12 in coupons, which left us with a total of $9.45. We received $10. Once again, I handed them this first, and so I received $5 from this, and I received $5 from the 3 Pantene. Now I feel like I bunched that up, so as I said, 3 of the Pantene shampoo and conditioner, 1 of the hairspray, $15.51 total, $6 in coupons. I purchased 3 of the brow products at $1.98 each. I used $6 in coupons, which left me with a little bit of an overage. The total was $21.45. I used $12 in coupons, remaining $9.45 out of pocket expense, and I received $10 back, which would make that a 55-cent overage. I do pay with gift cards, though. So I did this deal 10 times as well. The total retail value was $27.90. So we're going to times that by 10. And, oh, thank God, it's over. So much stuff. So, before I tell you the total breakdown, I would like to say I was trying to do one more deal. I hope that you can find this. We have a 20% off Target Cartwheel for this particular item. There is a, see this product right here, the clear whatever, Clear Eyes Pure Relief. They are $9.99. However, when you buy them, you get a $5 gift card. After you deduce a 20%, your total out of pocket is $4.99. You have a $3 coupon from coupons.com. You receive $5 back, making this a 1-cent moneymaker. I could not find those. I wanted to do them. In addition, I could not print the Target 50-cent off nail polish coupon. So they have the nail polish Wet n Wild at 99 cents at Target. We have a 50-cent Target coupon. In addition, we just received a 50-cent nail polish Wet n Wild coupon as well, which would make that a penny moneymaker. So I didn't get either one of those, and that's why I was kind of trying to wait there, but I couldn't get them. I really wanted the Clear Eyes product, so very upsetting. Okay, I had 10 overage deals each. So I had 2 different overage deals, and I did them both 10 times each. My total amount in overages was $19.30. Now, when I say overages, I'm meaning that I'm getting that in gift cards. So say that I pay $4 out of pocket and I receive a $5 gift card. That is an overage for me. It is a money maker. Okay, so that is how I say that. You know, another question somebody told me was, if they say available at Walmart, can you use it at Target? Yes, that is just a paid advertisement by putting that on there. So, you know, just so you know that. But anyway, so $19.30 in overages. My total in regular deals, I did 3 regular deals each. Okay, so I had the 35 cents times 3, the 41 cents times 3, and whatever that was. It ended up being $8.01 out of pocket. So that was $19.30 in overages that I had received in gift cards, and $8.01 in out of pocket, which I paid with gift cards. Okay, So the tax for this, I ended up paying $31.13 in tax. However, I applied my overages to this particular amount to cover a large sum of my taxes. So if I started with $19.30 in overages, I had $801 that I had to pay out of that $19.30, and I had 31 cents in tax. So the remainder that was to be paid by me with free rebate cards is $19.84. So once again, $19.30 in overages, $8.01 in the actual purchase price that was the out-of-pocket expense, $31.13 in tax, and after my overages calculations, I had to pay $19.84 out of rebate cards to cover the remaining in tax. That was an absolute zero in subtotal. If you do not consider tax, it is a moneymaker. However, any expense that we exhaust is, well, it's an expense. You know what I mean? So it's not necessarily a moneymaker. If you're looking at it from a pure subtotal perspective, then yes, but it's really not. So for me, it was absolutely free because I had all the overages in rebate cards, and they were free overages, so it was absolutely free for me. And the retail value, total retail value of this shopping trip was $861.86 with a 0.00 subtotal, and the tax will vary, but I didn't have to pay any myself through the usage of rebate cards, so it was 100% free for me. Yeah, that was a lot of work, guys, like a whole lot of work, but it was definitely well worth it. Yeah, it was definitely well worth it. But anyways, I hope you all enjoyed this video. I'm sorry for it being, it's going to end up being 38 minutes long. However, there was a lot going on here, and I had to get it all broken down for you, and I definitely hope you enjoy. Even if you're doing this on a smaller scale, I hope that you can capitalize on some of these deals for for yourself. Hopefully, when you do things this big, the goal is that you can donate. I keep a 3-year stockpile at all times for my family. Whatever else needs to be donated. So that's, I'm not telling you what you need to do, but help others because there may be a day where you need the help too. And if you've been where I have and say that you don't have the help, then it really makes you appreciate the ability to help others. Okay, so that's that. I hope you all had a wonderful day. Have a great shopping trip at Target, and hopefully next week I will be able to do something as large, maybe a little bit smaller scale, but there you go. Y'all have a great one. Bye-bye.